to put this summit together, God, so that she could give back to those who she called and that you called to give back to your people, God. Now let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength, my redeemer. Amen.
Amen.
I want to recognize my sister that is here, my older sister, Zandra. And I also want to recognize there's some new life members in here, and there are a couple of my Edify sisters that are in the house supporting me on tonight, and I honor you. And for the guest speaker on tonight, Pastor Sandra Harris, what an amazing gift to the body of Christ. And you will be receiving a gift on tonight. I have a short period of time, so I'll move right into the word. If I were to take for a topic on tonight, it would be indeed the weight strengthening. The weight strengthened me. What did the weight do for you? In this passage of scripture, the prophet Isaiah is reminding us of some of God's promises that will be manifested if is the operative word, if we wait upon the Lord. Now, we've all been in a position or place. We can all attest to having a moment to have to wait on something. For example, my sister is a great cook, and she made cakes like nobody's business. And so when we're waiting for the dinner to finish, there's an aroma that saturates we know that we're in close proximity because we smell the aroma, but it's not quite ready yet, so we have to wait. You know that you're in close proximity of your blessing or the promise that God has made to you, but you have to wait. You've had to wait on rides. I don't know about anybody else, but I remember being without a vehicle. You had to wait on a ride, or some of us had to wait on that paycheck because we had more month than we had money. Some of us been waiting on that new job to come through. But can I encourage you tonight to just wait on the Lord? Now, as excited as I get from reading and hearing this particular passage of scripture, I'm quickly reminded that waiting on the Lord requires something of me. It requires something of you, and that is, while I wait, I have to go through a process. Mm-hmm. So I took a moment to look up the word wait, and Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines wait as to be in a place of expectation. Wow. While I wait on the Lord and endure my process, I have an expectation that my strength will be renewed, that I will mount with wings as eagles, and I will walk and not get weary, and I will run and not faint. Amen. But most would rather bypass the process. Yeah. They don't want to go through anything. But I'm reminded of Job's process, and I struggled in a sense to kind of wrap my mind around his process. So I asked myself the question, why wait and endure a process that will weaken you? A process that will leave scars to remind you of the process. A process that will cause you to doubt your very purpose. As Job is going through and enduring his process, it was evident that his wife could not. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, in Job 2:9, his wife said, "Are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God." She was not willing to wait, but Job was. Job lost some things. He lost his children, his homes, his animals, etc. But he still waited on the Lord. Covered in sores over his body and body racked with pain, Job still went through the process as he waited on the Lord. Although at one point wanting to die and even cursing his own birth, he still waited. And Job, it reminds us in Job 13:5 of how faithful Job was to the process, because he said, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Now let's move a little bit further here. Now, in order for our strength to be renewed, as the prophet Isaiah said that it would, we would have to open our hearts to be receptive and let God's strength be made perfect in our lives. As my sister would say, exchange your weakness for God's strength. Understand that the process may very well weaken you, but they that wait. When mounting with wings as eagles, know that you may have to stumble sometimes. Now, be mindful that this mounting of wings is a supernatural act that many may not necessarily understand, because we can't physically mount. This is a supernatural act.
Yeah. That's right.
Understand the eagle. An eagle can soar upwards of 10 to 15,000 feet in the air. So mounting with wings is a supernatural act, which not all of us will understand. But mounting will cause us to soar above our situation as we wait. And as we soar, we are soaring and connecting to God. Now understand that in this stage you may stumble. And sometimes the very people we call friends may not be there to help keep you from falling. But I'm quickly reminded, a fresh reminder in Jude chapter 1 verses 24, which declares, now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. Now I want you to do something that I said I was not going to do tonight, but I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, he's got my back. So if you wait on the Lord, the word says that you will run and not be weary, but during this process, you might get weary in your process. You might have to cry sometimes. You may have to walk your halls at night, fighting back tears as you run this race, but know and understand that you are capable of finishing this race. So keep running. The late Reverend James Cleveland, in one of his most iconic songs, said, nobody told me that the road would be easy. So keep running, even with tears in your eyes. But don't deviate from the course or the road that God has placed you on. My Lord. Because going through the process while you wait can weaken you. You may feel like you are going to faint. Oh, but they that wait. You may have to get up every morning and go to that job where you have been mistreated. You've been talked about and even lied on, but don't faint. You may have to walk past the very person or persons who slandered your name to get to the platform to which God has called you, to even minister back to them, but square your shoulders and lift your head and walk and not faint. And as you walk, declare your strength and be reminded of Psalms 27 verses 13 and 14 that said, I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. I want to encourage you tonight to wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. My God. So you've had to wait. You've had to experience some things, and you lost some friends along the way. You took some hits and some blows in some unexpected places. But when the wait is over, and I'm done, when the wait is over, the promises of God will be manifested.
Amen.
Your strength will be made new. God will restore those things that were lost in the process. He will restore those things that were lost in the process. He will give you double. He will return unto you double. But you have to do something, Prophetess Rachel. You have to wait on the Lord. So I pose the question on tonight. What did the wait do for you? The wait strengthened